Never talk to a woman like you're asking for permission to exist. Speak like a man who already knows he does. A man who has seen the storm, been broken by it, rebuilt by it, and now walks with the calm that only comes after war. High-value men don't try to impress women. They don't chase. They don't explain themselves to win favor. They speak to women the way they speak to kings, with presence, clarity, and boundaries. You want to know how a man of worth talks to a woman? Watch how little he says and how much his silence speaks. Watch how he listens not to respond, but to measure. Watch how he holds eye contact not to dominate, but to remain unmoved. His words don't come from the need to be liked. They come from the center of a man who likes himself. Most men talk to women like they're standing on trial. High-value men talk like they're already free. They ask questions not to fill space, but to test depth. They don't flatter her appearance. They observe her choices. They don't ask what she wants. They watch how she moves. A high-value man doesn't need to talk much because he knows his life already speaks. His mission speaks. His habits speak. His discipline speaks. And when he speaks, every word carries weight because none of them were wasted on begging for attention. He never tries to be funny to win her over. His humor is dry, rare, and unbothered. He doesn't smile to make her comfortable. He only smiles when something is genuinely worthy of it. Because he understands one thing most men never do. Validation is something women give to men who don't seek it. High-value men don't compliment to impress. They observe to understand. And that difference makes women lean in without knowing why. Because let's be honest, women are tired of men who pedestal them. Tired of conversations that sound like auditions. Tired of being around men who have no center, who shift like the wind to match whatever they think she wants. The high-value man doesn't shift, he stands. And that stillness, that certainty, that calm, it draws her in like gravity. He's not trying to win her. He's just trying to see if she's compatible with where he's going. And if she's not, he'll walk away mid-conversation without looking back. That's the kind of energy that lingers in a woman's mind. The kind that haunts her thoughts at night. Because he didn't try to get her. He let her qualify herself. He let her chase clarity. And now she can't stop thinking about the one man who didn't try to impress her, but impressed her anyway. If this hits, drop a bad emoji in the comments. And if you're done simping, hit subscribe right now. A high-value man knows one thing above all. His time is his kingdom, and he guards it like a lion. So when he talks to a woman, he's not just giving her words, he's giving her a chance to step into his world. That's why he doesn't rush to reply. He's not always available. He's not blowing up her phone. And when he does respond, it's intentional, it's calm, it's structured. Women love mystery, but not because it's a game, because it reveals who has control over their impulses. And men who can delay gratification, who can hold space, who can create tension without anxiety. Those men are magnetic. Their silence becomes presence. Their patience becomes power. And their words, they become rare currency. The more rare, the more valuable. That's why when a high-value man says, "I like you," she hears it like thunder. Because he didn't have to say it. He chose to. When he speaks, it's not just to be heard, it's to direct energy. He speaks life into his goals, not just praise into women. He doesn't talk about dreams, he talks in timelines. He doesn't say someday, he says by next quarter. And when a woman hears that, she sees a man who leads himself, and therefore can lead others. That's the man women respect. Not the one who agrees with her to avoid tension, but the one who can disagree calmly without losing frame. Not the one who follows her emotional spikes, but the one who remains emotionally anchored no matter how turbulent the moment gets. And when she sees that she can't rattle him, can't guilt him, can't manipulate him, she softens, because now she feels safe. Not coddled. Safe. There's a difference. She knows this man won't lie to her to keep her happy. He'll tell her the truth because his integrity matters more than approval. And let's be real. Most men these days can't hold a 2-minute conversation without over-validating, over-sharing, or overcompensating. They think that being emotionally available means bleeding out their insecurities in front of her. But a high-value man doesn't bleed. He processes alone. He has brothers, mentors, silence, and systems. He speaks his truth, but only once it's forged, not while it's forming. That's why when he does open up, it lands. It's real. It's earned. And she can feel the difference between performance and presence, between a man who needs saving and a man who's already saved himself. He uses voice tone deliberately. Calm, deep, steady. No anxious pitch, no quick reactions. He can pause mid-sentence and not flinch. He knows silence builds tension, and tension builds desire. He lets the silence do the heavy lifting. And when he breaks it, it's worth it. Because this man isn't addicted to filling space. He's mastered it. That's why his words never try to impress. They're invitations, not performances. He doesn't try to be dominant. He just is. Through clarity, not control. Through direction, not demand. He doesn't talk over her. He lets her speak. But when she's done, he decides where the energy flows next. When you talk like that, like a man who owns his energy, who commands space, who isn't trying to be chosen because he's already chosen himself, something changes. Women feel it, respect it, crave it. Not because you're trying to be alpha, but because you're not trying at all. You just are. Calm, clear, certain. That's the new masculine. That's the energy that silences games, melts walls, and makes even the most guarded woman soften. So how do high-value men talk to women? They talk with eyes that see through masks. They talk with words that don't chase but choose. They talk like men who are already full, not empty and begging to be filled. They talk less and reveal more. They speak with respect, not performance. With calm, not chaos. With intent, not impulse. And most of all, they talk to women like they talk to life, with reverence, standards, and non-attachment. Because women don't love men who beg for attention. They love men who command it, without a single word. If you're serious about building something real, something no one can take from you, type "build" in the comments right now. And if you're ready to keep walking the real path, the hard one, the good one, make sure you subscribe.